there are often people who say that the place where they live is great, except, this is what's lacking, this is what's missing, blah, blah, blah. And then there are people who simply, this is what's missing, let's do it. So probably we had enough of saying, oh, I wish Geneva had like small size theater where they would produce cool, funky plays that I would want to see. Well, instead, if there isn't one, then probably we have to do it. It has something to do with the maturity and with how serious people are. And what a great time I have had so far with being able to rely that, like, when we said, okay, next time let's do lines of scene 3 and 4, and they came back and it was there. It's almost like unbelievable. Like, we have had so much fun, because then you can really have fun when the timeline is there and everybody's doing what they're supposed to.
Will go right there, so that actually won't light in here at all. Think of it. So
okay, so these will be the lights for when people come.
Do you want the lights on this side off, or do you want them just sort of unusual in terms of theater design? Is that instead of having one stage and moving all the sets and stuff like that, we have 2 stages and we move the audience. It's kind of cool because when people come in, they're going to see both stages all set and lit, and it's going to give them a real sense that there's 2 things happening. I want people to talk to each other on the street about the play that we did. That would be my goal. Assuming that we do well with this, I would love to continue on. At this point, I think what I'd like to see is that it would continue on, that we'd start to bring in more people, different people that don't have theater experience. I'd love to at some point work with young people. I'd love at some point to work with local authors to start getting content that actually is created in Geneva. I sort of think that Geneva has a real future as kind of a creative arts center. Actually, it's got so much going for it. It's got so much energy, and of course, sometimes that energy is not always positive. It's got problems and it's got conflict, but that conflict can feed the creative process.
But then I asked away. Everyone here knows you.
Yes, I have lived in the town for 30 years. I believe you have not been here very long. How do you like it?
Oh, I don't dislike it at all.
I guess this is the second half of the experiment, is finding the rest of the community, which is the audience, and who is interested in seeing this kind of theater. And I think, although it may not be the sort of thing people have seen before, it's hopefully will speak to people a lot. And that's I'm really curious. I'm really curious to sort of set up that half of the community. Is who's coming to see this and what do they think.